Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here again. I want to thank you so very much for tuning in to this video and answering my call, which says, let me tell you of the world that I see. The world I see, made by an unknown, unseen spirit that I call God. A magnificent earth is in this world. And this earth is able to produce any and everything it seems. An earth. Everything it seems. But what is important in this earth? People. All kinds of them. All shades. Every kind. Getting ready to be put in this earth. And these people will have common needs in order to survive. That's food, shelter, education, health care. This together will enable them to progress in life, to be able to stay around. But how do these common needs get met? We have the resources in the earth given by that spirit that made the earth. We have a need in order to survive, the people. And within each person, a desire has been planted, a seed, something that will drive you, something that you want to do, something that gives you the greatest pleasure in life, knowing what it is that you want to do, and coming into a society that allows you to do it. Because in this process, each one, like a puzzle, plays a part in the big picture, in finishing that puzzle. Each one, putting their hands to the plow, creates all of the goods, all of the services that the people have determined that they need. And as they change and grow, the same people use their talents and gifts as they want them and create everything. And it doesn't cost you anything, except what you're doing is unto others, as you would have others do unto you, and you will learn to try to be better to others than you could be to yourselves. This is the world I see, because here I find peace, I find prosperity, I find joy in life, I find people who are happy, I find people who are thrilled. And then I think about the moment, I think about that moment when someone, a bully, comes in and tries to deceive a weak one and take advantage of that one, and then start looking around taking advantage of others. And as they are successful in the greater community, not aware of what's going on. And next thing you know, this cancer is beginning to spread. And here we have a world, a nation of people who are going down. And then sometimes they come up and say things like, these are the last days. These are those last days. I say to you, it is also being said that there's a new world order coming. And in this world order, they are saying that the Illuminati's plan is to take billions of people on this earth today and kill them. And when you turn to the internet, you hear people constantly saying what's going on. You hear people who have been in these professional governmental organizations who are sharing with the public what is going on behind the scenes. And the fruit of that stuff that's going on behind the scene is felt by everyone in their everyday life. And yet they don't understand why. But it's happening right before you. And on the internet, when they tell you about these things, everybody seems to be telling you. Some are saying, get your guns together and fight, but that's not the way to play this game, ladies and gentlemen. What is happening is you have people who don't know any better. Yes, they're wrong, and there might be some who really know better and still want to take advantage of people. But I'm saying to you, you can wait until the Illuminati kill billions. You can wait until that last moment comes when all of that apocalypse stuff that's been talked about comes and takes us out. Or you can change today while you have the authority of your own life, while you have your own power. You can deny any of those curses that seems to be directed at this nation. You can take control of your own life and work it together with others, ladies and gentlemen. Let us not wait until they're taking us off to concentration camps, slaughtering us because we said we won't take it. Let us not wait till that moment when you are challenged to make a decision. Are you going to take it or not? We know history tells us that we have been taking it. That's why we're in the shape that we're in today. But I want you to know that there is a way. Remember, no one made anything on this earth. It was given. No one made you but God. The desires that you have, those things that are required to keep you happy, God implanted that. The abilities to meet those needs, God gave that. Now you go and do it, didn't cost you a penny. You don't have to be indebted to anyone. Free from any kind of debt. A life free from debt, ladies and gentlemen. All you got to do is keep one thing in mind. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. Or if you got to do something, do better. Make sure that nothing, no policy, no anything comes up as a part of something that's supposed to benefit the world, benefit the nation. If it causes pain to one, you deny it because it's a lie. Now, in knowing God, one has changed their mindset, renewed, seeing not as the world, but as God sees, according to God's Spirit. The people that believe in God will continue to trust in people. Though each time they trust in them, they fail. But you will continue to trust in them, hoping that this time they'll get it right. The difference in people that know God, they trust God, and they see the deception, and rather than give it 1 ounce of support, they lead the way according to the Spirit of love, according to the Spirit of God. You see, when we know that everybody can have health care and other folks are saying they can't, now we lead the way. Okay, we know we can have it. How is it done? Let's share with people and let's stand for it. And let nothing take us off that track, because if anything takes us off that track, people will be denied health care. So as one that knows God, you have nothing to do but stand there. People that believe in God will never do that. When you find that people can't support their families and they're doing drugs, they're having to do all kinds of crimes that they're being forced to do because of their situation in life, in this or any other system. And we have the mindset they are wrong, they are low down. That's because we don't care. We can't feel. We don't have that God in us. And if you have that God in you, you will recognize what took them there. And you will recognize what will bring them out. And this is what you will give leadership to, that which will bring them out and prevent it from creating any others. Now, people who believe in God can't do that. So you see the difference? This is what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. This is why I wanted you to know what I'm thinking about when I come to you and say, the Republican parties have nothing more to offer you than they have in the past. And it still didn't keep us from here. The Democratic Party got nothing more to offer you than it has offered you in the past. And it hasn't done anything but help to get us here. But I come to tell you about a power, ladies and gentlemen. One day, even if you don't believe it now, even if you don't trust it now, there'll come a time when you will find yourself saying, Lord God, please help me. Oh, Lord. And you just hoping that he'll help you. But if you have to know God for God to help you, will God help you? What do you think? All I'll say to you is this. I was in that moment, and what happened? God helped me. God will help you too. But don't let it get that bad. Stop it now. I just want to say the world is beautiful in my vision. I hope you can see it and taste it and want it and decide that you're going to change your mind. Don't worry about this. Let me see. I think I wrote something else I want you to know. It is presently my understanding that those that know God would be spending their entire living ignoring rules that violate the progression of life. Now these will be killed or imprisoned for not conforming to this world's way of operation. But these are born again. They have a renewed mind, not blaming anyone, but just solving the problems. A person that knows God will disobey rules that violates the temperament of God in matters such as this. These are the ones that are as obvious as children of God. They are as obvious as that as men and women are different. One is recognized by their appearance, the other by his conduct. You can look at a man and woman and say that's a man or woman. You look at something else, it could be a man, could be a woman. But if what they do is the standout, and if it's positive and good, if it's godly, hey, and if it's not, it's not. You have heard it said that forsaken parents, children, and husband and wives is actually required to really be a person that's led with that God spirit. Well, the message is this. Anything and anyone that will prevent anyone, you, from the fullness of God becomes a crutch, becomes an idol if you won't let it go for God. Now, if it's for God as well, then you're for God, and it's a she or he are for God as well, come as a team, but you got to come as individuals. You might hook up, but you got to come up as individuals. And not trying to drag, no one else can get you in. You got to have your own stuff. So, if your wife get in your way, if your husband gets in your way, your mother gets in your way, if they don't want you to love, if they start saying, boy, you can't do that way, that ain't the way of the world, when you in Rome, do like the Romans do. Go your way, the way that the Spirit leads you. And if the Spirit says, step away from the world and keep on trucking, do it. If the Spirit says, go back to the world and let your light shine that men can see your good works and glorify me who is in heaven, then you take your tail right on back over there. Don't worry about what the mamas and the daddies and the sisters and the brothers say. They don't know God. You do. That's why your light is being called to shine. All right? All right. Thank you for giving me a moment to add that to it. And I hope that we can see each other not here on the tube, but in person, taking care of God's business. For we, the people, can be lovers of one another, that God might be the shining light on this nation. Bye-bye.